As an Asian guy, how do you know when a girl just won't date Asian guys? And how do you know when a girl is open-minded and she's willing to be convinced that perhaps she would like to date an Asian guy? Hi, my name is Giovanni. I'm a social skills consultant, and in this video, I'm going to introduce to you the variety score. The variety score is a concept that I developed that helps you determine through asking questions whether or not a girl might be open to dating a minority. The score is based on 3 elements. The number 1 element is openness. This refers to how open-minded the girl is about dating someone from a different culture. The number 2 element is flexibility. This refers to the level of risk-taking and adventure that the person has. Some people are naturally outdoorsy. They want to travel. They want to experience new things. The level of uncertainty and the limit of that in their lives is quite high, and they enjoy that uncertainty. People that have lower flexibility are like grew up in the same town, want to stay in the same town, wants that white picket fence. They're a little bit more narrow in their flexibility in terms of what they want out of life. The third element is conscientiousness. The level of politeness and empathy that someone has for another person that they're talking to. These 3 elements combine and give you a total variety score that determines whether or not the girl is open to dating Asian guys. Now, the first thing I try to determine in a conversation is the flexibility score. Some of the flexibility score questions are, have you ever traveled outside of the country? If so, yes, where did you go? If not, where would you like to go? What type of Asian food do you like the most? Have you ever been to Thailand or Korea if you like Korean barbecue? Do you know anything about Korean culture? Are you the kind of person that likes stability in their lives, or are you more adventurous and you like to do new things and explore new places? What's the wildest thing you've ever done? Do you have a diverse group of friends, or are all your friends similar from the same circle? I'm asking because when I went to college, our college had like 33% international students, and I found that making friends with different people from different places, I was able to learn so much about different cultures that I didn't know before. These questions give you a sense of how flexible she is when it comes to going on different adventures, experiencing different things, and thereby being more open-minded to dating guys who might give her a different experience or are from a different culture. Openness questions come next when I have established some rapport and comfort, and these questions are designed to kind of filter out if she's open to the idea of dating a non-white guy. What does your ideal relationship or love life look like? In the past, have you found yourself dating kind of similar type of guys, or have you dated very different types of guys and had different experiences? And then this one I'll ask after I'm sure that I have some rapport, or kind of in a joking way to see her reaction, but I'll say, have you ever dated an Asian guy? And she's like, yes. I'm like, great. And she's like, no. I'm like, you're missing out. The third thing I look for is just the general way she talks and her nonverbals, which is she conscientious? Is she empathetic to my feelings? And is she the kind of person that seems like kind-hearted and cares about other people? Okay? Those 3 elements combined determine the variety score. Let me give you some examples. The names have been changed to protect her privacy, but there was a girl I met, let's call her Jillian. Jillian was a French girl who was studying abroad. She was actually studying how to speak and write Chinese. I met her on a public transit one day. We got our numbers, and that developed into a whole relationship. Jillian was open-minded. She loved adventure. She wasn't the most conscientious person. She kind of had this large inheritance. Her nickname was like French princess. So she was a little bit of a socialite almost. However, she was open-minded and flexible in dating Asian guys. And so that became one of my main relationships of the last 5 years. Minnie was a Midwestern girl. She had moved to San Diego from the Midwest. When I asked her, she's very, very nice. She's a veterinarian and she takes care of animals. And I was friends with her through other friends of mine. And when I talked to her, she said, in my mind, Giovanni, I had this idea of like the white picket fence. And yes, I would like to date, a guy who looks like me. She was very conscientious, very forthcoming, very honest, good girl. And there was some flexibility in her life. She liked some adventure. She liked traveling, but she wasn't open-minded to dating guys who were different than her. And that's okay. That's her preference. But I was able to find that out by asking these questions. Trisha was an American girl, a really good friend of mine actually, and we ended up kind of dating. And she was very conscientious, one of the nicest people I know. She was open-minded. She was flexible. She's traveled a lot. She's lived in different cities, but she was open-minded enough where she was friends with me. And then over time, she started becoming more open-minded to the idea. And I remember her telling me, I've never dated an Asian guy before, but after you, I feel like I have a preference for them now, because she associated some of the positive qualities that I was able to exhibit to perhaps Asian guys in general. Sarah was a beautiful European girl. She was not very conscientious. She was a little young and little selfish, to be honest. She was very flexible. She traveled the world. She backpacks. She stays in hostels. She's one of those girls who loves to adventure. However, it was very clear from the beginning that she wasn't open-minded at all to dating Asian guys. Responses were short. She was a friend of a friend within the friend group. I would talk to her and she would try to be polite, but you can tell by her responses, she's like, yeah, one-word answers, not very enthusiastic. There are many examples of this, but when I go to a club, sometimes club girls, I call them club girls. They're girls that frequent the club or girls I meet at the club. Sometimes it'll be like a great interaction. Other times, I remember that one of the harshest rejections was right when I said hello. She's just like, sorry, I don't date Asian guys. Now, this was perhaps back in the time where that was still accepted. Now it's like super PC. But in that case, I know already just from her response, like, okay, she's not open to it. Then I don't spend any time or energy or mental space worrying about it. I just move on because I know there are other girls that are open to dating us. If you want to know the general breakdown of the ratios, check out my video on the Asian attraction ratio. If you're getting a lot of value out of this video and you're an ambitious Asian guy, then you may want to check out datingwithoutborders.net. Dating Without Borders is a step-by-step course that gives you the exact blueprints of how to start having an abundant dating life as an Asian guy. This course covers everything from inner game tips to change your mindset so you start taking action to improve your dating life. You'll see real examples of my exact texts, online messages, openers, and in-person lines that I've used and coached hundreds of clients on already, so we know that it works, and they only work for Asian guys. I'll share my top attraction generating stories, teases, transitions, lines, as well as the principles behind them so you can start creating stories that are authentic to you, that attract women. You'll learn how to master online dating as a minority and the social hacks that I use to get matches online, streamline my messaging, and set up first dates, and how I replicated this system with Asian guys who are short, overweight, balding, or otherwise not traditionally good looking. You'll get in-depth insights from women themselves who prefer Asian guys, where they hang out, what they wish we knew about them, how they would like to be approached. All of their secrets will help you avoid the mistakes that other 95% of Asian men make. Most importantly, you'll get VIP access to this community of like-minded individuals where you can post questions and join other ambitious Asian guys to fast track your journey. Don't take my word for it. Here are just some success stories from students who sent me this message on Facebook. I just finished a course. Man, I'm really glad I took it. There's truly a method to all of this. Michael emailed me a couple of weeks after taking the course. Hey Giovanni, just wanted to thank you for your help. I did my first pull and close ever a few days ago. Also had my second successful pull in the car last night. Danny messaged me. I used the first question from your 30 lines for Asian guys. Worked great. Love these questions. Jason said, some of these lines are really good. If you want to replicate these Asian guys' success and begin the process of living an abundant dating life, just go to datingwithoutborders.net. Simply enter your name and email and start your journey by downloading your free copy of the Asian Attraction Blueprint. It's completely free and I hope that it can help you as much as it's helped me and hundreds of my Asian clients. Enjoy. I'll see you there.